Hello Libra, and welcome to your November Insights video. This month we're doing things slightly differently. Instead of me talking you through the lunar cycle and all of the rhythms and changes of the moon goddess as I usually do, this month we're going to focus on the big shifts that are happening. Jupiter moving into Sagittarius, the nodes shifting signs, Uranus backing into Aries again, because these are energies that will affect us for the coming 13 and 18 month cycles. So this video is designed to guide you through those whole periods rather than just the 4 weeks of the moon cycle like I have been doing previously. So there's a lot to talk about. We are in this time of change and transition. As the planetary energies shift, they move to different sections of our birth charts, which place our attention on different areas of our lives. So we're kind of, we're in the Scorpio new moon, we're still in Scorpio season, so there is that liminality that's happening as we're kind of stepping from the old onto the new pathway. So let's look at how these shifts will personally affect you, Libra. Let's talk about Jupiter first, because he is, the king of the gods, the most benefic energy of our solar system. And he's coming back to his home sign. He's coming to the temple of Sagittarius for the first time since 2006. So we can look back 12 years to the last time he was crossing this threshold of your birth chart and see what themes might play out. Since October 2017, Jupiter has been moving through your second house of finances and abundance, which is a beautiful transit. Typically, we all want the king of the gods, this very magnetic, synchronicitous energy in our house of finances, but he has been in the sign of Scorpio. So this, of course, indicates that we are going to have to do some deep diving in these areas of our lives. So he's been teaching you your true value, what you are truly worth, making sure that you have weeded out all of your self-sabotaging beliefs around money, around finances, around self-love and self-value. Taurus, the second house, ruled by Venus, it's all about how we love and value ourselves, how we honour our resources, our time, our energy and gifts. So we've been doing these lessons, Libra, for the past 12 months or so. And now Jupiter is going to come into your third house, where he's going to be for 13 months. He's going to remain there until December 2019 in, like I said, his home sign of Sagittarius. So it's an amplification of Jupiterian vibration. And this is the throat chakra house of the birth chart, the third house where we communicate, where we teach, where we share our wisdom. So this can be a time when these activities are very, very supportive. It's a beautiful transit for those of you who are speakers, writers, or teachers in some way. And it can also be the house that is connected with social networks, with connections, with acquaintances. So we might see opportunities manifesting through our wider social networks, and we know you are the social butterfly, Libra. So this can be a beautiful time for you. It's in an air house, and you are an airy person, so you're very naturally skilled in these areas. On a deep level, Jupiter in Sagittarius is about authentic truth. So this can be about you learning to communicate your authentic truth as well, Libra. Learning to know what is true for you without taking the opinions and ideas of other people on too much. It can be about knowing that you are your own guru, you are your own teacher. This can also be an area where we can see where we might be very deeply entrenched in our own beliefs, in our own opinions, in our own judgments, or we might be subjected to find that we are noticing more the way that people project their judgments and opinions onto us. So it's very important during this period for you to realise that truth is relative and different for everybody. What is true for you will not be true for others, and vice versa. So it can be a real time of learning that. And you obviously are a master of diplomacy and tact anyway, so it should be easy breezy for you. So this is a really nice transit where you can draw people, draw connections to you, but only take the opportunities that are really in alignment with what you know, your heart and soul is your truth and your pathway. So Jupiter makes this transition into the 3rd house on the 8th of November. On the 6th of November, just a day before this Scorpio new moon, I'm recording these videos under the new moon energies, and the nodes are shifting signs on this day too. So the North and South node have been transiting through Aquarius and Leo since May 2017, and now they have just shifted into Cancer and Capricorn for the first time since 2000, 2001, they were moving through these spaces of your birth chart previously. So again, look back, see what the themes were during that period for you, Libra. So they have been working their way through your 5th and 11th houses over the past 18 months, calling you to come into your unique individual truth, calling you to let go of the friendships, of the connections, of the dreams and visions and ideas that aren't supporting you, letting go of self-deprecating beliefs about yourself and your unique creative abilities, and asking you to use those talents and gifts that you have been cultivating in service to the rest of humanity. There could have been issues, with friendships and groups during this period as well, as you kind of found that maybe your belief systems and your way of expressing yourself was changing, and as such your tribe shifted slightly as well. So as the nodes shift on the 6th, they head into your 10th house, the North Node in Capricorn, your point of evolution, your point of evolutionary focus for the next 18 months, heads into the 10th house of career and reputation and purpose. The South Node, the point of release, comes into the 4th house, joining Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. And we've talked about these energies a lot. We've talked about the 4th house a lot, that energy of roots, of foundation, of home, of family. So the North Node here, the South Node moving in here, is amplifying that need to let go of those old ancestral connections that are no longer serving you, really placing that focus on what needs to shift and change in your home and family life. This is an area that's being really, really worked over for you at the moment, Libra. So, like I say, the North Node will just expand, the South Node moving here, will just expand that a little bit more. There's a lot of effort and a lot of releasing going on in this sector. The 10th house, like I say, is about our career, is about our purpose. So you might feel a drive to place more attention in this area of your life. You might feel the call to really work on your purpose and what you are offering to the world, really, allowing yourself to be seen. So there is this delicate balance that you will be working with of balancing your home life, your inner world, your inner temple, your inner sanctuary with your outer world persona and the things that you want to manifest and the ways that you want to be visible. So traditionally we're looking at balancing work and family, inner and outer, over the next 18-month period. can be an exciting time when you are supported. You know, we've got Jupiter in the third house, bringing in those opportunities and connections. The North Node calling you out to be seen. So have a little think around this new moon. What do I really want to manifest? What do I want to bring and give to the world? How can I nurture and nourish my career and purpose? How can I bring those areas of my life into balance? How can I still, you know, give myself the time I need to have my space and be with those that I love? And also, you know, do offer something to the world that I feel is important. So we also have, on the same day as the node shift, Uranus, the storm god, moving back into Aries, and he will square the nodes as he does so. So he will, you know, will be kind of, the nodes will be shifting with a bit of a bang, bringing a bit of a shake-up with them, because we know that Uranus likes to throw us a curveball, give us a bit of the unexpected. So Uranus moved into Taurus and into your 8th house May the 15th this year, after spending 7 years from 2011 till you know, early 2018 in your 7th house of relationship. And we've talked about Uranus in the 8th house as, you know, being liberation, around sexuality, around shared resources, around taboo subjects, you know, really coming to understand the cycles of life and death and rebirth. So Uranus is moving back into Aries on the 6th of November, so therefore back into your 7th house. So it's almost like he's backtracking and he's going, oh, you know, there's something I forgot to teach you in this area of your life, Libra. There's something I forgot, and we just need to work over it again for the next few months before he really installs himself into Taurus and into the 8th house until 2026. So he's coming back into this house of partnership, you know, where he was challenging you, because you are a sign that seeks relationship, that seeks to keep the peace, Libra. You know, relationships are very, very important to you. If you incarnated as a Libra, relationships are something that you know, your soul desired to learn about in this lifetime. So Uranus in Aries testing you here, you know, testing you to see if you can be in a relationship yet really maintain your sense of autonomy and individuality as well. Really testing you to see if you can hold strong to your own truth and your own principles and not be swayed by the needs and desires of other people. So we're backtracking over these lessons for the next couple of months. So just pay attention and see what surfaces in your connections with other people during this time. And, you know, before you make any decisions, before you offer anybody anything, think, you know, is this really my truth? Is this really what I want to be doing? Or am I just trying to keep the peace here? So it's deep diving into those lessons once more, which seems to be, you know, one of your themes. Just as Aries, your opposite sign, needs to learn how to compromise, so you balance each other out nicely. I'm going to pick a card for you, Libra, for this month, from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild, because Uranus is the rebel of the cosmos, and these cards are really beautiful for helping us on our soul's evolutionary journey. They're one of my favourite decks, so let's see what comes up for you for this month. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. It's a really beautiful card. So this is really interesting because the North Node in Cancer is all about coming into our heart centres, coming into our heart spaces collectively. And of course Capricorn is much more to do with the rational mind. The third house is also to do with the rational mind. So I feel like this card is really amplifying that message for you, Libra. What is the truth of your heart? What relationships, connections, belief systems are really nourishing and supporting you? You know, which of your relationships are equal and balanced and which aren't? Where are you trying to fix things or figure things out with your rational mind, and when your heart is calling you to another space. Trust that instinct, trust that wisdom. We're in Scorpio season. Trust what your gut is telling you. Trust what your emotional reactions are telling you. Know that even if what is in your heart feels impossible or seems impossible to the rational mind, with the North Node in your 10th house, there is a way to achieve those goals, to achieve those heart-centered ambitions. So thank you so much for listening to me, Librans. If you wish to connect with me further, the links to my Facebook pages and groups are below. I'm wishing you a really blessed and exciting November.